Hi guys, welcome back to Confessions of a Virgo. Today I want to touch on an article that I read. Very intriguing, very thought-provoking, and it was from a book called The Dumbest Generation, which basically was saying that my generation was the dumbest generation. And when I first heard the title, my classmates and I were very much, taken aback and appalled, like, who do you call them dumb? But as I got into the material and I read it and I began to peel back the layers of what was being, provided to me as a reader, I was very much, I was even more intrigued and excited to pull back more layers to understand everything that was being presented. And of course, with any type of literature, it always makes me think about what's in a name, and not just what my birth name is, but also what's in a name translates to what's in a name for a book that you're reading or a poem. And you want it to be something that is grabs the reader's attention instantly. You want it to be thought-provoking. You want it sometimes to make a reader mad because you want them to get engaged and to want to read this material, and not so even mad, but you just want the reader to be like, what's this about? You want to make them feel like they want to read this material. And definitely that's what this book did. And the chapters that I read from it was very intriguing, interesting, education, all of that, informative. What I found to be the best part of this was that the title didn't dictate what the actual literature was about, just how the message was conveyed of how we as people, and even those in my generation, how we learn different. My parents may learn differently than what I may have been taught in school, and my grandparents definitely were taught differently than how I may be taught now. So it's just, indicating how we as humans interpret information. And just because I interpret information, or how I learn, or even how I teach information is different from, this person over here, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's wrong. It doesn't mean that, I'm less than smart because of how I perceive or how I interpret or how I teach. So I think that, was the overall message for this material, and just wanted to get the readers engaged as far as, that we're human, we learn different ways, we teach different ways, but it doesn't, put me at value lesser or greater than the person that came before me and the person that's coming after me. So I hope you guys get a chance to read this book, The Dumbest Generation, or even just read excerpts from it so that you can pass this knowledge on. I also hope that you check out my blog above, and see what my take on this information was. Until next time, I see you guys later.